Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough to be doing it too. I'm Bushcon Blitz, and I want to talk to you today about being a sneaky little grub. And I'm not talking about slaloming through the tanks like you're on an Olympic run. I'm talking about basically trying to outthink the other bloke. And the kind of tanks that you need to do that in are often very, very lightly armoured tanks. And for the purposes of today's video, I'm going to be driving one of those really, really lightly armoured tanks. I'm going to show you a couple of, well, secret and semi-secret and just rarely seen spots. I'm going to show you one spot that's got nothing to do in particular with the gameplay, but I just thought it was well worth seeing if you want to look at a different way of working your way through the top of the Middleburg Hill. I'm going to show you a spot on the Himmelsdorf map, and then I'm going to show you playing the grill as a sneaky grub and basically utilising the greed of people to put damage into you on a couple of maps as well. That's all from you, 62A. Please bugger off and go be OP somewhere else. I think we've got a buff coming your way, just in case you were feeling like you were a little bit underdone this patch and you only got the 2 buffs. Next patch, 1 buff. Only 1 buff. I'll show you quickly. The grill is a fantastic tank because it's light and it moves very quickly and it's got a big bloody gun. But that can be a bit of a difficulty when you are trying to get shots off and you're going to be in close proximity to a lot of tanks. So you've got to be able to move around the battlefield and actually put yourself in spots that a lot of people don't even think about. And that is one of them, okay? The edge of Rockfield. I thought I'd throw that in there because it's something I do in the grill. The other one I do in the grill, which is a little bit different to the way most people play the support role on this map, is you can push right up into this corner, get on the back wall, and then be a very, very long way away so no one sees you. And as they come over the top of that rise, money for jam, baby. Absolute money for jam. However, couldn't get on Riley Rockfield map where I could use this, and I just got sick of completely loading up to show you that one spot, so no one turned up. That's it. That's where it is. Another real sneaky spot for the grill is this map. Now, I'm going to show you this pretty much the whole of this game. You're far enough back here that if you're not moving and you're running like a camo net or you're in a tank that's got just enough camo to get the job done, you can still pump the good stuff down the railroad tracks and work it out. Now, the grill is quite a tall tank, so you get to see over the top of these. Now, quite often, if you've got other tanks in there as well, that allows you to just farm big numbers right here. As it was, we didn't have enough people out here to farm the big numbers. They fell over in a heap, and we had to Barney because they all died really, really quick. Now, this is where being a sneaky grub is all about. The brain, the powers of deduction. Now, we have 3 tanks up the top. We've got 5 tanks screaming around behind us, and we are in full panic mode. But we're not going to stop. Even if they spot us, even if they manage to put one shot into us, we're not going to stop. And what I want to do is actually get my grill all the way around here to the back of the map where I can help the other guys on my team out and put some damage in without being isolated and alone, and allowing someone to hit point trade with me and simply clear me up of a lot of my combat effectiveness because they will YOLO on in. And that's really the biggest fear in a tank like this, because you can quite often get your shots and do all that, but then you get stuck in a situation where you're screwed. So we're going to take out that Dr. Satsuki. Now, we take one from him. He's firing AP or heat. I'm not sure. One of the two. And I simply beat him on the reload, load up a HE shot, get ready to rocket, hit him for 990, and that's cleared him. Dr. Satsuki is a renowned grub on the Asia server. God love you, Dr. Satsuki. You've been the recipient of a lot of angry messages in your Blitz career. Usually he's in a 183. Used to be in a Jaegeru, I believe. Anyway, onwards and upwards, clearing people left and right. And this is what you do in the grill. You've got no armor, you've got mobility, and you've got a big bugger off gun. So you're running this thing around the traps at lightning speed, if at all possible, and basically using everyone else's hit points to be effective. Now, why is this called being sneaky? Well, we've driven from one side of the map to the other, mate. We've put shots in from the back in a very, very sneaky position, and then we've driven all the way around here and hidden behind our heavies and cleared a grill and got another couple of kill shots in over there, and now we're going to leverage the other tank we've got here with us into pushing around in this T-54 and just generically wrecking him. There we go. Happy days. And so we went from a really dire situation where we had a lot of tanks pushing up on us to actually not losing a whole lot of hit points at all, putting in 3k and winning the game. Lovely stuff. Well, what about when you're in severe hit point distress? And don't get me wrong, it happens to the best of us. And what I'm talking about is this. You make the one mistake, you come around that corner and have a whole lot of tanks pushing you, and you see the grill earlier, so you come around to see the grill and there's an E100 there, and you think, I've got to get that shot into him, and you know you can get one more in because you've hit your adrenaline, and then you're buggering off backwards before you can take a big shot. You get an AP round from the grill, but you're still in it. 317 hit points. So I drag this bloke around here to where there just so happens to be a bunch of other tanks. He tries to fire HE, gets all kinds of module damage, but there you go. Ripper, we're still alive. So what do we do now? Well, we don't have the hit points to go and do a whole lot of anything. We've got to play very, very passive. The key to any tank like this is sharing the hit point pool of your comrades. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm behind this E75. He's doing the right thing. He's rolling forward. I'm in a HE shell. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. Oh yeah, we got there in time. Now, for any of those who were wondering what I was doing there, I know that I got a 10-second reload, right, on the grill. Then I'm going to back all the way up around here, and set up for when he comes around the next corner, and then just press the button as he rolls through, and we get the kill. So I know I've got a 10-second reload, so I count to 10,000, and I know that I can safely take a shot inside of that counting to 10,000. Very simple stuff. I do it all the time. We won, says the girl. Yep, whatever you reckon, mate. There's an IS-8 over there. We like to trade damage for distance. Being sneaky is all about putting shots out but taking none back. That's exactly what we're going to do here. Exactly what we just did with the grill is what we're going to do with this IS-8. People love seeing low hit point tanks. They get all excited and they decide they're going to actually run around there and hit point trade, whatever hit points it costs them to get there. And whoops, he's now taken 2 shots. I'm still backing up. I've hit adrenaline and I'm actually pushing forward so I can set up exactly like I was set up for when that grill came around the corner. Thank you very much. Contestant number 2. You also win a huge uppercut to the schnoz. There's a Jaegeru over there. There's another tank there. More tanky. We've reset our camo and we're going back here to our favourite bush where we're going to wait. Now wait until he moves away. And there we go. Kill 15, says the other girl. He is quite keen to see me go the way of the dodo. So is everyone else. This is a honeypot. Anyway, I'll cut it through. We ran around 5,000 damage because basically it was just us chasing guys around the map for the next 2 minutes. 5,000 damage and pretty much a huge hand in playing the game and winning it. So you see me trade damage for distance. You see me share the hit point pool with other people. You see me run around the map to link up with support. All these things have involved moving and shaking. Have you ever seen a grill do this? I have surmised that they've got one heavy and a whole bunch of medium tanks. They're going to go to the A cap at the bottom, which is going to give me the opportunity to get out here and take what would strongly be considered a rather odd position for a grill, i.e. the tip of the spear. Gets me an easy shot in the side of that A100, and then I'm back to resetting my camo. Did you know that on Winter Malinovka, there are actually places up here where you can set your fat buttocks down and have a lovely overview of the lower right hand side of the map? And we can't get that shot off. Not to be greedy, we pull back, we reset our camo, and we wait. It might look a little bit crazy to push the line in a tank like the grill, lightly armored, very quick, big gun. The reason it's not that crazy is because I'm not really pushing the front. I knew there wasn't going to be anyone here. What I'm doing is putting the rest of my team between me and the red guys, and then finding a position where I can reset camo, take safe shots, and rock and roll. Rock and roll is good for everyone, let's be honest. If you don't like rock and roll, you're probably, just a pair of sensible shoes away from being the most boring human in the world. And I can't help you with that. But what I can help you with is being an absolutely sneaky grub. And as you can see here, I'm being very careful not to turn too far left or too far right. If I turn too far left or too far right without a shot, then it will move my tracks. And once my tracks are moved, it will break my camouflage. So I'm waiting for the right opportunity. That is what I call the right opportunity. The opportunity to put a 945 hit point shell into a waffle tractor. He was over 300 meters away, so I knew there was no chance he was going to see me. That's what I call really not being able to press the button properly. Spotted, drop it. That's how we do it. That's being a sneaky grub. I hope you liked the spots that I showed you there. A couple of them on Himmelsdorf, the reverse up cover on Middleburg, the high Rockfield wall camp. All these kind of things are very, very handy when you are trying to actually put shots in. Now, I'm happy to come out here because I want this M48 to hit me instead of my mate there in the IS-8 because I got some hit points. But the M48 was not looking at me at all. And we're just tidying the mess up now, really. Good job, IS-8. Bad luck for only having 9 hit points left. But bro, for all that, we got good, came good, and we got the win. Now we drive around here, victim of the in-house drive-by. You say jump, I say how high. Kaboom! Thank you very much. Make sure you watch the streams. We had 530 people on stream this morning. 530. We're giving away a Tier 5 tank every single stream. The streams are magnificent and gorgeous things to behold. And indeed, they do float the boat of many humans. That's 8 p.m. Wednesday night for Central Europeans. It's 5:30 p.m. East Coast, 8:30 p.m. West Coast on a Sunday and a Thursday for the North Americans. And emergency streams will happen as they must, depending on weird buffs and stuff that happen during patches. Otherwise, apart from that, just look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.